What's going on YouTube? It's your boy DJ Skandalous here. We're back with another hip-hop Tupac related episode of Skandalous Talk. For this one we're going to break down the time that Eminem wrote a letter to Tupac Shakur's mother. Let's get it. Alright, so we're on O4L Online Network. The title here reads, The Time When Eminem Wrote Tupac's Mother a Heartfelt Letter. Over the years, Eminem has always been a huge Tupac supporter. Eminem has gone on to produce many songs for Tupac after his passing, as well as produce an entire album called Loyal to the Game. Not many can say that, if any. Along with his musical contributions to the Tupac legacy, Eminem also wrote Afeni Shakur a heartfelt letter praising her son, Tupac. The 2003 documentary, titled Tupac Resurrection, presents the life of the music icon Tupac Shakur. It uses interviews, personal photographs, and home videos to tell the story of one of the most important voices of the 21st century. And this film was released on November 14, 2003 in conjunction with Paramount Pictures and MTV Films. And this is a very unique documentary because it's one of the only documentaries that's completely narrated by the person that's deceased, and what they did was use a whole bunch of vocals from various interviews, slice them together really. Now some of it was edited and pieced together, but that was really just to give the movie a normal flow. Throughout the movie, Tupac talks about his thoughts and ideas, exploring poems and lyrics that have been consequently scrutinized by the media. Appearing in theaters for 5 weeks, it earned $7.8 million as of 2008, making it the 21st highest grossing documentary film in the United States. Also, they released a book as well as a soundtrack to the film. Now, soundtrack had already released songs throughout Tupac's life, as well as from Still I Rise album, Secrets of War, and stuff like that, as well as 3 songs that Eminem remixed: Ghost, One Day at a Time, and Runnin'. And this is a pretty great soundtrack. I just wish they would have used more unreleased cuts or various alternate versions that have extra Tupac vocals and maybe a slightly different beat, because there's a lot of different demo versions as well as alternate takes as well that have different lyrics, maybe has a different beat or is missing different elements of the beat and makes it sound totally different. Dear Mama has a totally different version, and that would have been brilliant to use some of those songs on this soundtrack. Also, this article goes on to say that MTV used clips of the Tabitha Soren interview that Tupac did back in 1995, and the full version finally got released on their YouTube channel this year in 2019. The only bits and pieces that were missing of it is when Tupac is in the weight room doing the other half of the interview, and that version hasn't been released in full yet. So moving on down here, we have the actual letter. Eminem will also share how Tupac was a big inspiration to him and how influential that has been in his career. Calling Pac one of the greatest songwriters to ever live, Eminem tells of how he, above all, connected to him and studied him. So right here we have this letter that he wrote with Afeni Shakur, and this was around the time that he just got the songs to actually remix for the Loyal to the Game album. And it reads, Dear Afeni, sorry if it looks a little sloppy. I could have done a little better if I had the right pencils. Instead, I had a drawing and pen. Plus, I just kind of got the thought of the idea a little too late, but I've been drawing since I was 10. I thought that you might like it. Anyways, thank you for always being so kind to me. You are a true queen. I mean that in every sense of the word. I would never forget the opportunities you have given me. You will always be in my heart, my thoughts, and my prayers. As I said before, you have no idea how much your son and his music inspired not only the hip-hop world, but speaking for myself, has inspired my whole career. He was and still is the true definition of a soldier. When I was feeling at my worst, before fame, before Dre, I knew I could put that Tupac tape in, and suddenly things weren't so bad. He gave me the courage to stand up and say, fuck the world. This is who I am, and if you don't like it, go fuck yourself. Thank you for giving us his spirit and yours. God bless you. Love, Marshall. And the opportunities that he means is producing those songs for the Resurrection soundtrack as well as Loyal to the Game. Now, Loyal to the Game gets a lot of flack from diehard fans because they're used to the way that Tupac recorded the music and the certain samples that he used. Eminem totally flipped all the songs, totally remixed them all, and he was slowed down Tupac so drastically on a lot of tracks that it sound unnatural, and such songs that like Crooked Nigga 2, he made Tupac sound way too fast. And also every song was missing vocals. You can find like Thug for Life, the original version has more vocals on each verse, as well as the hook is not so repetitive, as well as the original beat. Now I love the beats that Eminem actually did for the album, but for me it already feels like he already made the beats and he was just trying to take Tupac's vocals to fit the beat, rather than building a beat around Tupac's vocals in the pace of the original songs. And you can see this because every song is slowed down or fastened up. And if he would have built around the vocals, then the vocals wouldn't have sound as distorted. It would have been crystal clear like you would have heard on Still I Rise, Better Days, Are You Still Down, Until Then Time. But Eminem was going through a lot of substance abuse problems around this time, around 2003, 2004. So I think if you would have got the album around 2000, or maybe 2009 to 2019, he would definitely do it totally different. And Ghetto Gospel is one of the best Tupac remixes ever created. The only problem with that is the vocals are so distorted, it makes Tupac sound like a 17-year-old kid, even though he sounded much deeper on the original version. Anyways guys, drop your comments below about how you feel about this letter that Eminem wrote Tupac's mother, as well as your thoughts on the Loyal to the Game album. Also be sure to check out my Skandalous Talk channel. I'm going to have a new video on there about DMX's new movie. This is DJ Skandalous signing out. Peace out.